Some anime change your life, but not all of them go viral. While everyone was watching My Hero Academia and Attack on Titan, true masterpieces were left behind, forgotten, ignored, unseen. These aren't just underrated shows. They're the kind that stay with you forever. You just never got the chance to watch them until now. Welcome to Anime Dungeon, where real anime fans dig deeper. Today, we're not just listing shows, we're reviving stories that deserve so much more. These anime weren't trending, they weren't hyped, but they mattered. Created by legends, remembered by few, loved by those who found them. If you're tired of the same recommendations, this list is for you. At number 10, we have Level E. This story follows a sarcastic alien prince named Baka, who crash lands on Earth and decides to torment an unsuspecting high school student named Yukitaka. Sounds like a typical alien invasion? Not even close. From Yoshihiro Togashi, the genius behind Hunter x Hunter, Level E trades shounen battles for troll-level comedy, meta-humor, and wildly unpredictable arcs. The plot doesn't follow a straight line. It's a series of clever, chaotic story arcs that constantly mess with your expectations. Every week felt like a new genre, a new setup, and a new punchline. But despite being genius in moments, Level E got overshadowed. Maybe it was too smart. Maybe it dropped at the wrong time, right when Puella Magi Madoka Magica stole the spotlight. Either way, if you missed this one, it's time to fix that. Because Level E isn't just underrated, it's pure Togashi chaos unleashed. If you missed this one, it's time to fix that, because Level E isn't just underrated, it's pure Togashi chaos unleashed. At number 9, we have Hyuga Mono. This story follows Furuta Sasuke, a samurai not obsessed with war or honor, but with art, tea, and fine ceramics. While serving the legendary Oda Nobunaga, he climbs the ranks not through combat, but through his taste for beauty. But when Nobunaga falls, everything changes. Furuta loses his purpose until he becomes a student of Senno Soeki, the most revered tea master in Japanese history. Hyuga Mono is historical fiction like you've never seen. It doesn't rely on flashy action teas about power, ambition, and aesthetics, all wrapped in real samurai-era politics. It didn't go mainstream because, let's face it, historical tea ceremonies don't scream hype. But for those who gave it a shot, it became a rare experience. Visually stunning, intellectually rich, and completely unique. This isn't for everyone, but if it's for you, it's unforgettable. At number 8, we have C, Control the Money and Soul of Possibility. This story follows Kimimaro, a broke student trying to build a stable future until a mysterious man offers him a briefcase full of cash. The catch? His future becomes collateral in a bizarre financial battle realm called the Financial District. Each week, Kimimaro must fight to survive literally and economically in a system that mirrors real-world collapse and corporate greed. C, Control isn't just about action. It dives deep into ethics, capitalism, and sacrifice, wrapped in a sleek, surreal world that feels disturbingly close to home. It came and went fast, just 11 episodes, but for those who saw it, it was unforgettable. Maybe it didn't explode because it was too cerebral, or maybe people just weren't ready to see money as the monster it really is. But if you're tired of battle anime with no stakes, this one makes every decision feel dangerous. At number 7, we have Space Brothers. This story follows two brothers, Muta and Hibito, who once promised to become astronauts. Years later, Hibito is headed to Mars, while Muta's stuck in a dead-end job, until a letter reignites his dream. Accepted into Japan's JAXA program, Muta begins the long, grueling journey to space, fueled by sibling rivalry, self-doubt, and a desire to prove himself. Space Brothers isn't just sci-fi, it's a story about growing up, chasing purpose, and never giving up on your childhood promises. And here's a wild fact. Episode 31 features voice acting recorded from space, the first anime to ever do that, thanks to astronaut Akihiko Hoshide. Despite nearly 100 episodes of brilliance, it never reached global mainstream fame. But those who watched it, they'll tell you, it's one of the most inspiring anime of all time. If you've ever dreamed big and fallen hard, this one will hit home. At number 6, we have Blood Lad. This story follows Stas, an otaku vampire ruling a district in the demon world. He's powerful, sure, but more interested in Japanese anime than sucking blood. When a human girl named Fuyumi accidentally wanders in and dies, Stas makes a promise. He'll bring her back to life. What follows is a chaotic, action-packed, dark comedy full of wild powers, ridiculous enemies, and pure anime energy. Blood Lad had everything going for it. Style, humor, charm, and Stas is one of the most unexpectedly lovable leads of the decade. So why did it flop? Sales. The anime didn't catch fire, and a season 2 never came. But the manga, it thrived, and fans still recommend the anime as a must-watch starter. Short, bold, and criminally canceled. This one's a cult classic in the making. At number 5, we have The Troubled Life of Miss Katura. This story follows Haruka Katura, a girl born with the ability to read minds. But instead of being a gift, it destroys her life. Her parents abandon her, her classmates bully her, and she learns to shut the world out entirely. The first 10 minutes of episode 1, brutal and unforgettable. Review fast and hard it hits. It's romance, comedy, and supernatural storytelling with real emotional weight. Sweet, awkward, and heart-wrenching all at once. This show deserved way more love than it got. If you've ever felt like an outsider, Katura will speak to you. If you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to hit that like button. It only takes a second, but it really helps us keep bringing you more underrated anime gems every week. Let's keep this community growing, together. At number 4, we have Beautiful Bones, Sakurako's Investigation. This story follows Sakurako Kujo, a brilliant woman with a very specific obsession. Not in a creepy way, she's a forensic genius who can solve crimes by studying human remains. Alongside her reluctant high school assistant, she dives into eerie mysteries one skeleton at a time. But this isn't your typical whodunit. Beautiful Bones mixes elegance with morbidity, blending poetic storytelling with chilling cases and emotionally heavy moments. It stands out from the overcrowded mystery genre with its quiet intelligence and atmosphere. It didn't explode in popularity, maybe because it wasn't flashy or fast-paced, but for those who gave it time, Sakurako became one of the most fascinating leads in the genre. If you're tired of formulaic detectives and looking for something haunting and human, this is the one. At number 3, we have A Lull in the Sea. This story follows 4 children from the underwater village of Shio who are forced to attend school on land after their own closes. There, they meet surface dwellers and begin a slow, fragile dance of understanding between two worlds. Sea and land, tradition and change. What starts as a fantasy setting quickly becomes a rich coming-of-age tale filled with complex relationships, heartbreak, jealousy, and the sting of growing up. A Lull in the Sea is emotional storytelling at its peak, backed by breathtaking animation and one of the most beautiful soundtracks in any anime ever made. It didn't get mainstream love, but fans who found it say it wrecked them in the best way possible. This is the kind of show that sneaks up on you and stays in your heart forever. At number 2, we have Run with the Wind. This story follows Kakeru, a former elite runner with a troubled past who gets roped into a college dorm full of misfits. They've all been tricked into joining a running team with one insane goal: to compete in the Hakone Ekiden, Japan's most prestigious marathon relay. It's about broken young men finding purpose, healing old wounds, and learning to believe in themselves again. Run with the Wind looks like a sports anime, but it's really a character drama in disguise. Deep, emotional, and refreshingly mature, it trades action for introspection and absolutely nails it. It never got the same spotlight as Haikyuu, but some fans say it hits even harder. And once you meet this team, you'll never forget them. At number 1, we have Silver Spoon. This story follows Yugo Hachiken, a straight-A city boy who fails his elite school entrance exam and escapes to the countryside, enrolling in an agricultural high school just to get away from it all. But life on the farm, it's nothing like he expected. From waking at sunrise to cleaning pig pens and learning where food really comes from, Hachiken is thrown into a world that challenges everything he thought he knew about work, family, and success. Created by Hiromu Arakawa, the legendary mind behind Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, Silver Spoon is inspired by her real-life farm experience, and it shows in every detail. It's funny, humble, emotional, and brutally honest. This isn't just about animals or farming. It's about growing up when you have no idea who you are or where you're going. It never went viral, but those who watched it say it's one of the most human anime ever made, a quiet classic, and the most underrated gem of the 2010s. And there you have it, 10 incredible anime from the 2010s that deserved way more love. So, how many of these have you actually seen? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one, and your feedback helps me make each video better than the last. If you enjoyed this deep dive, check out our other videos on hidden anime gems, banned series, and anime crossovers that would break the internet. And hey, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We drop underrated fire every single week. This is Anime Dungeon. See you in the next one.